Hello, good afternoon. Welcome back. We are back to paint today. Today is a bear. This one's going to be really simple. So if you got any really little kiddos that want to try this out, this would be perfect for them. So I got a cute bear we're going to do, and we'll do some bumblebees around his head. And then I got kind of an idea to do maybe a little bit of a bee's nest, or is that what it's called? Or honeycomb or something. I guess what I have, never mind. We'll figure it out. I'll tell you in a minute. But anyways, we're going to get started here. I just realized that my computer over there to die, so I'm going to have to get that charger and put that in, but I'll have Kane do that. But anyways, welcome. My name is Laurie Rothwell. Welcome to Pieces of My Art, where we have fun drawing and watercoloring and acrylic painting when I do that. I've been around for 9 years teaching kids art, and then for the past 6.5 years I've done wine and paint classes all over the Kansas City area, primarily in the Northland. And I have my studio here, which has been open almost a year now, and so I'm missing all my favorite friends and painters out there that I've met over this last year, and soon I hope we'll be back together where we'll be able to paint again. But I have absolutely fallen in love with doing the online teaching and being connected with you guys this way as well. So I have lots of ideas of going further with this. I will have this available for you guys throughout the rest of the school year, doing this every weekday. As long as I have control, that's what I plan to do. Like I said, I got a lot of fun ideas of things to do for the future. So I'm glad you're enjoying this. I get some great feedback. If you're on, please say hello. If this is your first time, I would love to welcome you and just ask you to hang out and enjoy this. And if you're just watching, still say hello. If you know anybody that would love to have some drawing lessons and paint, playing around with watercolors, nothing fancy, nothing really high tech. I'm just self-taught, so I just do what I like to do and I share it with you. So just share that with the other people, and I'm going to get started. We'll have some fun today. Can you go get my charger for my computer? Where is it down there? Oh, plug it in for me. Thank you. It is there. Awesome. All right. Hey, Sheila, you are back. Did you get your art supplies yet? Probably not. I think everybody's running slow on deliveries. Okay. I think this bear that I picked out for us to do would be super cute if you wanted to do some gift cards or note cards. That's what I'm thinking, not gift cards, but note cards. We tried to look for them yesterday. Caden did the giraffe that we did yesterday, or a giraffe. It wasn't that one. A long time ago, Caden painted a giraffe. Stop. It'll load up. Just let it be a minute. Do you see it swirling? Mm-hmm. Yeah, okay, just give it a second. Quite a few years ago, Caden did a giraffe that we did, and it was one of my favorite paintings that he had from when he was younger. And I took it up to UPS, the UPS store, and had them print them off into folded note cards. And we still have some around. We were looking for them yesterday. I forgot to look for them today again. But anyways, so this artwork that your kids are doing, you can take it up and get it turned into cards, which is an awesome idea for writing letters and sending your kids' artwork off to other people. Right now, my internet's running super slow. I saw the sun start to peek out a minute ago. It's cloudy and it is cold here. There we go. We needed something to see. Okay. It is super cold here. So, like I said, this is super easy, so we'll do some fun things to add to it. I love to see all you guys' creativity that you come up with. JC and Kinsey, if you're on here, anybody yet, or comments or anything, screen is blank. But I love the giraffe that you did, and whichever one of you girls did the elephant was super cute. And you guys are both doing, and Mama are doing a great job with your classes. So keep it up. All right. Where are we at on this? Facebook does not want to work. I see There are some
like,
comments.
But
Whoop.
I love the...
Sorry, you're hearing me. I want comments so I can see you guys. Hang on here. We always got technical. Not really. There we go. I think it's going to come up. All right. Hello. Oh, JC and Kinsey are ready to paint. I was guessing. Sheila, welcome. Hopefully next week you'll get new paints. Lindsay, Blake, and Barrett, welcome back. Barrett's nickname is Bear, so this is extra fun for us. All right, Barrett. Caden over here that's already drawing, his nickname has been Bear forever and ever. And now we have a dog named Bear, who's kind of ornery. And he's white. And he was named Bear from the people that we got him from. And he looked like a little baby polar bear. And so we just decided to keep it, even though it's a little confusing. All right, where'd our picture go, Caden? All right, you guys ready to get started? All right, our bear. Okay, so we have some room for some bees to fly around our bear's head. We want to put your hand up in the top of your paper and make sure we leave that space for some other things. So we're going to make a big round bump. So we're going to go all the way up from the bottom edge, and we're going to curve around, and we're going to come right back down. We're going to do a big old brown bear. But if you want to make it a different color, you can make it any color you want. So don't think it has to be a brown bear. All right, so now we got our little bear ears. And then I'm going to do another little bear ear. And I'm going to put in the little centers of the little bear ears. Okay, Caden, yours looks like a polar bear. That makes me think of when I was teaching at the school this year. I taught all the kindergartners and first graders how to make polar bears, and they were super cute. So this could be a polar bear. So whatever you love, whatever kind of bear you want, you can make it. All right, so his nose is going to be a big oval, and you want to leave maybe 2 fingers above it, 2 or 3 if you got little hands. So we want our bear nose. And then just 2 little bear eyes. These are just cute little dots. Super simple. And a triangle in the top half of our oval with a little bit rounded corners. So it's not really a triangle, but it's a triangle shape. And it's a little more rounded. And if you want, you can go ahead and color it in with your Sharpie, or you can paint it in. Sometimes Sharpies, depends on how much ink is in them, on how well they're going to cover. Always when you're using a Sharpie, if you draw slower, when you draw fast, it tends to be drier and not be as solid black. But if you go slower with your lines, it helps. All right, now we're doing a straight line from the right down to the bottom of that oval. Then all we're going to do here is to make his tummy lighter. So I'm just going to make a little. We don't see any. So Hayden's got his bees already. I did a kids class a couple years ago with a bear that was super cute too. Similar brown bear with bees flying around him. He was looking out from the side, so he was a little bit different. But I am working towards having a consistent lineup of online classes for you guys with acrylic. So that's kind of what I'm working into, having that available as well. Like I said, I'll keep doing these. I love doing these. I love watercolor. I love learning all the different medias, using all the different mediums that are available. There's a lot we could do, but so I don't even know if I could say I love one more than the other, although I just feel like I'm more, I've had more experience in acrylic painting. So, okay, Caden, one other thing that maybe you can leave over here in the corner. So somewhere in the corner, we're going to do a beehive. Okay, so we're gonna just, do you remember how we stacked the ice cream kind of? So just up in the corner, you're just gonna make layers. I don't know if this is really what a beehive should look like, but in my mind, I think this is gonna work. And so I just make layers and layers, and then the bees go up in the inside, right, Caden? Down on the bottom. So I'm gonna make my bottom, I think it's about time to get new Sharpies. In that bottom one, I colored in a dark circle, so it looks like the whole of the bees. Okay, beehive. All right, let's do some little bumblebees. Little bumblebees can just be little olive shape or almond shape or whatever. Little fat bees, little wings on it, a little stinger out the back. If you want to do the eyes and mouth and all that, we'll paint them yellow. If you want to go ahead and do your black stripes with your Sharpie, it would save it from the black and the yellow bleeding together. So when you paint them, they'll be nice and bright yellow and you won't have to worry about black getting into them. So there's the little bee wings. They're just really heavy compared to, for their size of their wings. It's amazing how God created them and that they can fly, because their weight definitely defies the strength of what you would think their wings would be able to lift them. So you have many of these little amazing little creatures that you want on. You guys get so creative, you come up with your own. I'm going to put a little bee on his ear. It's tickling his ear. I just think this would make a super cute note card when we get it all painted. What do you think? Mm-hmm. The bees going different directions. Oh, you got little bee lines too, Caden. Mm-hmm. You guys excited for the weather to warm up and get back outside? I am. We've kind of been in the house all week.
These markers are really good.
Those are?
Mm-hmm. They're super dark and they don't run out as bad as Sharpies.
You can do smaller bees if you want littler ones, or they could be farther away, or just little baby bees. Just I'm gonna make honey dripping off of my honeycomb here. So long little drops of honey. So when I paint them, you'll be able to tell better. I hope. You'll see how I just did the long.
I'm gonna do that.
You want to do that? Sticky honey dripping off of that. So you know what color we're going to paint that. That's going to be our golden colors. So I did get a piece of bubble wrap, which I wish I would have saved that bubble wrap that I had the other day, because it was a lot. This was really...
What are you using?
Soft. Just I'm going to make a pattern when we paint it, and I'm going to lay it on there and let it dry, kind of like we did the saran wrap, and see if it makes it look. It would be more, yeah, it would be actually probably a honeycomb would be more this than the beehive, but oh well, it'll still be textures. Okay, you guys ready to paint? I know you're probably still making these, but give me your thumbs up if you're ready to start some painting. A bee on his nose would be cute too. Super cute. I'm going to put a bee on his nose. While I'm waiting for you guys to do a thumbs up, I'm going to put a little bee on my little bear's nose. He's sitting on his nose. He's probably looking at him cross-eyed. So you just lay it on there, Kaden, and just let it kind of dry on there. Good gold color. All right, you guys ready? Can you guys see my paper okay? Is the angle good? I don't have it clipped on. Hang on a second. I'm going to jiggle my phone a minute because it's not clipped all the way. There we go. Let me see what this is. Oh, we're frozen. Kaden, you're like frozen on there. Look at that. You don't even have your bear drawn on there. If you guys have been commenting, I'm not getting it at all. Because we are frozen. Is the video good? I wouldn't even know because you guys can't even connect with, or I can't connect and see anything you guys are saying. So hopefully I'm going to reload this. Let's see where we're at. Sorry if you guys, okay, there's an updated picture. Let me get to the comments here again. All right. All right, you guys have just been busy bees. All right, so if you guys are ready to move on, just give me a thumbs up and we'll go on to painting our bear. Has everybody got a good connection? Because I don't know. I was watching one of my videos, I don't know if it was yesterday's or the day before. We have to be getting off and we're a little bit behind. Okay, is it because of the, oh, it's not because of the Wi-Fi, just your own personal stuff going on at home? If you guys have a good connection, just give me a thumbs up or something. I mean, I'm going to keep doing it because I can't do it. It just seems like we have so many trees out here, and when the trees are wet, it seems like it kind of slows our Wi-Fi down. All right, there's a thumbs up. Either a thumbs up for Wi-Fi or a thumbs up for you guys are ready to move on. Okay. I'm thinking that's ready to move on. I love all the emotions you guys give me. They're great. Okay, so on the bear, we're going to do, we're going to get them wet, and we're just going to do our brown colors. Mine's going to be a brown bear. If you want a panda, or not a panda bear, if you want a polar bear, you can go slightly, do you remember what was it? Oh, the kind of like the hermit crab shell. So if you want it to be a white polar bear, you could take your black watercolor, get your bear wet, or do your black line and then take water and paint in and get where just a little bit of that black shows on your edges and kind of bleeds into the rest of your polar bear so he stays light. So if you want to do that, you can. But I'm going to do mine like this brown bear. And I just want all my colors to just kind of squish together from the paint. As it rides on the water, just kind of happen how it does.
Oh, now my thing won't come off.
Yeah, good job. Caden stuck a rock on top of his beehive, so it'll give that texture as it dries. We hope. It's an experiment. We haven't proven it yet. I got some other fun art ideas that I want to do too. So I don't know. I get ideas, but I don't always have time to. I need to try the ones that are floating around in my mind. I want to try them out first to make sure I really know how to do it, so I don't look like a silly person that doesn't know what they're talking about. But okay, so I'm mixing I use orange and purple to make my brown. And it's already nice and thick from yesterday because it didn't dry. So now I'm just putting my brown on my bear. If I feel like it's too purpley of a brown, I can add some orange in it. my orange is getting. So you can have different shades of colors on this too. I'm using my Crayola paintbrush that came with my paint set. It's just a little bit thicker brush since I'm doing a bigger area. And I'm just going to let these colors kind of blend however they do. I'm going to take, oh yes, nice even color there you got. Okay, I'm going to also take a little black to just get them a little darker around my edges. If you're doing a lot of paint colors and you're on a thinner paper, just be careful you don't let it get too wet because it'll start making your paper disintegrate. Tear apart or fall apart. All right, I want the same colors around his ears. So I have lighter, whoops, too much water. I have lighter shades. I just have different shades in here.
Oh yeah, Mom, for my Zoom, do I do it on that computer?
Yeah, you know how to get up on it on that computer, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
I didn't know if you want me to use your computer and go in the room.
No, that's all right. You won't be that long. I don't think we're going to be on here that long, so you'll be okay. So I'm doing the outside of my little bear ears are the same, kind of the same color that I used for his main part of his body. And then for the places that I have not painted yet, so like his tummy, I can just use my brush, or I can add a little color in that as well. I put a little yellow in with it for this. Now it may kind of the other and bleed in, which I think it'll be okay. If you want less yellow, you can just kind of put a little bit more orange in it. I notice when I look at my paintings after they've dried, like the giraffe one yesterday, that the colors, while they're drying, they're still wet.
Okay.
Will you give him just a teeny bit of food? Otherwise, he's going to sing to us the whole time.
He has no food.
I know, because I only give him a little bit, just a little bit, because he's been gulping his food. Okay, I didn't want much color on his nose. So I'm doing more water than anything on his nose. I want to keep the bee yellow on this. I'm probably, whoops, as I just was getting ready to say I won't paint the bee's wings. I just got paint on his wings. All right. Isn't he just cute? I thought he was the cutest bear. Not everything has to be realistic. We do a lot of that too, but we like to have some fun stuff too. All right, there's our bear. All right, so now I'm gonna paint my honeycomb. You stalled earlier when painting the hive, but good. Okay, thank you, Sheila. I just looked up to see that. All right, hopefully everything's clear for you guys. All right, so I'm gonna get my yellow, which is kind of a dirty yellow because there's other paint in it, but it kind of makes it a golden yellow. Paint all of the nice thick yellow. Now you guys are always welcome to sky around everything if you want to. I always say be careful when your colors, wet colors touch other wet colors, they will kind of mix together. So if you don't want your blue sky to pull in some of the yellow from the other things and turn green, you might let it dry good. It needs to dry. It needs to really, so the plastic stuff, just like the saran wrap stuff, needs some time to dry. Now I'm going to add a little darker streaks through my beehive, right on my lines, which gives some shadow. That way my little honey that's dripping isn't all the same color. All right.
Look at my bear. It has like a golden outline.
I need a smaller brush. So I'm going to a smaller brush to paint on my bees. Yes, he has like a golden glow. Cute, Caden. All right, so once you have your beehive, if you have bubble wrap with the bubble side down because it has more of the marks on it, you can just lay it on there. Caden's got a rock on top of his. And just let it dry. You probably took it off.
On the wrong side.
Oh, did you? We'll put it on. You can get it wet again.
Yeah.
Just a little bit wet. Just get it wet again. And then just lay it on there. I don't know that you need to press it down. It may not dry as well with that rock on it. But you can just lay that on there like we did with the saran wrap with the sea turtle on the water. Did anybody try that out? You got to let it dry for a while. You can't just stick it on there and pull it right off, because it'll make a much more distinct pattern if you give it some time to dry. So once we're off here, go do something, go have some lunch. If you haven't done that, go watch a movie. Whatever you're gonna do on this chilly Friday afternoon. Tomorrow it's gonna get nicer. The sun's supposed to come out. You think you're done?
Yeah.
All right, thank you, Caden. Go get your math done with Mr. Webster. So I'm painting on my little honey that's dripping down here. Now you, like I said, you guys can do a lot more drawing in this that if you want to. Whatever you want to do. I'm not going to go ahead and paint the sky though. My little bee wings. I feel like I want some color, but I really don't want a color. So on my paint where I have my white, because I've mixed it, has a little bit of like, looks like purple in it. So that'll be okay, but I'm gonna just use white. Oops, I didn't paint the bee on his nose. And I'm just gonna paint his little wings, or the bee's little wings, with this white, because they're kind of transparent. That means they're a little bit see-through. If you guys get a chance, you need something good to watch on vidangel.com, VIDANGEL, vidangel.com. It's a producer or producing company that does movies and stuff. And there is one on there that's called The Riot and the Dance. There's two of them. And we watched one last night. We watched one the night before. They are so good. They are so worth watching. Watch them with your kids, your grandkids, or whoever, or even if you don't have your kids around. My husband and I watched the Earth one last night. But there's Earth and there's Water. The Water one was, of the two, my favorite. They're both so good. Amazing photography and just nature and just incredible. Worth watching. So it's vidangel.com. They're offering free month of watching the movies on their thing. It has parental like controls where like you can watch movies that are on other hosts like Netflix and stuff, but you can control what the content that comes out. So if you got kids watching stuff, you can you know, I don't know. We didn't use the settings like that, but you can. So anyways,
with a bunch of pictures and explanations too. Did you see that?
Sorry, Caden's on with his math teacher. Will probably hear it. But anyways, it's very, very good. Almost like a National Geographic type thing. So
I sent it back to you.
Worth watching.
So can you share your screen with me?
Yep. Caden, can you turn them down just a tad? Yep. All right, thank you. All right, I just wanted to go a little darker around his nose and his forehead, and then I'm taking water and soften the edge out here. All right. You can even do little eyebrows over them. That gives eyebrows give expression. All right. Okay, well, I'm going to let this guy dry. I will show a picture later. I feel like I had more color in his tummy than I want. But did you know you can lift a little color up by adding a little bit more? You don't get your paper too wet. But I'm going to just take a little water and kind of reactivate my watercolors. And then I'm going to dab it up. So you can make things lighter that are too dark by doing that. Pretty cool that you can do that. See how light I made that? Now I feel like his ears need to be lighter.
32.
Okay.
So then don't we do 7 times?
All right. Oh, I gotta paint one little bee. Little bee on his nose.
So 8 times 4.
So then it's 32.
Yep.
Okay.
All right. And his little bee wings. See if I can get just a little color. I got little places. I know it's gonna bleed. The little white spots that the paint didn't quite cover up around my bee. Just pushing a little color in there. See my little bee body. Got it. Okay, what do you think? Was this one like super cute or what? Super easy, short today. So I don't know. I hope your kids aren't disappointed that it wasn't like a full hour. I mean, there's more stuff we could do, but
28.5.
I don't know. You guys can keep painting, so you may not be done. But anyways, this is it for today. So thank you for joining me again. So this is the end for this week. So next week, I think I have written down so far for what we will do next week. If you have other ideas, because we have more weeks after that, be sure and give them to me. But I have written down from what people have told me was a hummingbird, cow, pineapple, and I found a popsicle picture that I really like. So I think that will be fun too. So if you guys got some other ideas, be sure and tell me and I'll add them in the line. And if I forget, because sometimes comments will get lost and it's hard for me to go back and find everything or remember where everybody commented. So if I don't see your comment, just message me or whatever. Thank you. I love when you guys share the pictures that your kids have done and that you've done. I hope you don't mind. I've been screenshotting some. I've been taking the names out so people can't really see. And I've been using it on my stories. And I'd like to do that more as people share them, just to show other people how much fun we're having. But anyways, thank you guys so much. Have a great weekend. Enjoy this weather that we have coming up that's going to be much better than this week. And I will see you guys back here Monday at 1 o'clock and be watching for the lineup. So we'll talk to y'all soon.